What's good, y'all? Bricks here, back with another video. Today, whether you are just started making beats or you've been making beats for a while and you're just trying to improve, I'm going to share some things that you need in order to improve your beats in 2025. Obviously, you guys know I have hundreds of students. Well, if you don't know who I am, my name's Bricks. I'm a music producer. I done produced for Drake, Gunna, Lil Wayne, Young Thug, Lil Baby, Gig, Skepta, the whole list goes on. But I have hundreds of producers that I've helped get placements and start selling their beats. And I want to tell you the things that they had to change in order to start becoming more successful with their beats and just make their beats better overall. So I'm gonna go through, speed run through some ways that you guys can improve your beats. First thing, let's go ahead and get this one out the way. We're in a whole new era of music right now. Attention span is at an all-time low. So the first thing you need to understand is all that 45-second intro, 30-second intro, 25-second intro, y'all need to cut that out, bro. Just drop the beat. Go to where the drums come in at. Here's an idea. You can do a Pharrell 4 count, like dun, 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 boom, drop the beat. Or you can do like a small section with a filter over and then drop the beat. Or you can just drop the beat immediately, bro. Either way, drop the beat. 45-second intro, minute intro, that's not gonna fly unless you have a writer with you that can make that intro make sense. But 99% of the time, the artist is just gonna say, go to the next beat. Now imagine you done spent all day making this beat to throw a 45-minute intro, not 45 minutes. The 45 seconds feels like 45 minutes though. Imagine you make the hardest beat of your life and you put this long intro on the front and nobody even gets to the beat. They're gonna go to the next beat before they even hear this amazing beat. So if you want people to hear your beats, drop that shit. Here's the next thing that I hear a lot of producers and a lot of my students doing that I had to fix in order for them to become successful as a producer. Bad mixing. Now, you're a music producer. It's technically not your job to mix. Technically, you can make the beat sound like shit and they record the song, it gets placed, and then you send the stems to the record label and then they're gonna get a professional engineer to mix it, technically. But you're gonna increase your chances exponentially of getting a placement or getting a beat sale if your mix sounds good. Now, Bricks, how do I know what it should sound like? Well, this is the problem. A lot of you guys are making your beats in your headphones or in your bedroom with your computer speakers, and you have no outside reference. So you are just making the beat to how it sounds good to you in your bedroom. But the problem is the only person listening to the beats in your bedroom is you. Sometimes people go listen to the beats in their car too. That's a good thing to do. But what I would advise every producer to do in 2025, let me show you guys something. I'll pull up Spotify on my phone, right? This is exactly what you guys need to do if you want your beats to sound industry level. I'm gonna go to Spotify, type in Future Instrumental. This is some sauce now. Future I Never Liked You instrumental album. If you go on Spotify, there's an instrumental album. You guys can look it up. These beats are from some of the best producers in the world, and they are mixed and mastered to perfection. So what I want you guys to do is download some of these beats, pull them up in your DAW, and what you can do is play that beat and then play your beat. And then every time you A and B, it's called A and B and referencing. It's called referencing, if you guys didn't know. You listen to where the hi-hats are hitting at. Then you tweak your beat a little bit. You listen to where the snare is hitting at. You tweak your snare a little bit. You listen to where the 808, how it's hitting. Where is it hitting at sonically? I'm not saying patterns. You can study the patterns if you like to, but I'm just saying sonically in the mix, in the spectrum. Where's the snares hitting at? Where's the hi-hats hitting at? Where's the 808 hitting at? Where's the kick hitting at? And you try to mimic that. And the reason I'm telling you to do that is because these beats are mixed and mastered by professional engineers so that they sound good on everything you play them on. It's going to sound good on the iPhone speaker. It's going to sound good on the TV. It's going to sound good in the car, in the stadium, so that now when you play your beats in your bedroom, you know what you're looking for. You know that if I make it sound close to these mixes sonically, this beat is going to sound good everywhere. It's going to sound good in the club, going to sound good in the car, going to sound good in an arena. It's going to sound good in the studio. That's what you want. You want your shit to be hitting, and it's going to show you the levels that your sounds need to be hitting at in order to compete with today's modern. And of course, people are going to be in the comments, yeah, but that's mixed and mastered. But this is all we got to go by. So do that. Your beats are going to sound 1,000 times better, for one. And for two, after you do that a few times, your brain is going to automatically do that for you while you're making the beat, and you won't even have to think about it. You're just going to be putting their sounds where they should go in the sonic spectrum without even thinking about it. Now, after you do that, after you have done a good reference and you have the drums sounding really crispy and hitting really hard, save that as a template. So next time you start another beat, Your drums automatically sounding radio ready as soon as you start the beat. You don't have to think about that. The less things that you have to think about when you're making a beat, the more creative you can become, because now you can just put things together and they sound amazing instead of just taking 30 minutes EQing a kick, 20 minutes EQing a snare, moving here. Just use the drums that you already mixed. Another thing that you guys can do to improve your mix, this is what I did when I was coming up, right? Go and pay an engineer to mix your beat and then watch him do it so you can see what he's doing, how he's doing it, and how you can implement that on your own computer. I got a better idea. If you use FL Studio, try to pay an engineer $50 or something to mix your beat in FL. So now your sounds are mixed. So when you go to make your next beat, your shit is already mixed before you even start. Here's the number 3 things that you guys need to do to improve your beats in 2025. A lot of people are making beats that sound dated, especially my older crowd, but they don't peep that they sound dated because they haven't been keeping up with what's going on in the game. Now, yes, are there some hobbyists that just want to make whatever they want and you guys want to just have fun making beats? I have fun making beats too, but I like to get rich as well. So I'm going to be trying to make beats that I can sell and beats that I can get placements with. And if I want to get placements in 2025, my beats got to sound like 2025 or 2026. I can't be making beats that sound like 1993. Can't be making beats that sound like 2010. A lot of producers that started a couple years ago, they don't know that their sound is dated. I should make a whole video on how to update your sounds and give you that 2025 sound. Actually, what you guys can just do is click the link down in the description, join my VIP community, and I'm gonna just give you all of my sounds. I'm gonna give you all the sounds that I've been getting placements with in 2025 and 2024, give you all the sounds that I've been getting plaques with, give you all the sounds that my students have been getting sales and plaques with. You can just download them all, incredibly low price. Click the link down in the description, get all my sounds, this, that, and the third. All right, let's get back into it. The number 4 thing that you guys have been doing that I really wish that you would not, and this is gonna help you in the long run, is stop relying so heavily on loops. Now, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, I already know, but I'm in the industry, so I know what it looks like when you get that paperwork from a record label and you have all these loop makers involved in the situation. It's just not good, bro. Let's say you got a freaking diamond record and you got 4 other people on the beat and a loop maker. You might as well have just went platinum, bro. Because you're gonna make the same, like, you're gonna make 10% of the money that you were supposed to make, or 30% of the money that you were supposed to make, because you're using all these loops all the time. Most of us, we're not using, like, up at the top of the game. Like, some people, yes, they're using loops, but a lot of us who are getting rich off of this stuff, we're making our own melodies, bro. Because we know cutting my check in half by 50% is not the wave when I can just make my own melody. You know what I'm saying? Let's say we get a placement, right? And I use a loop maker. This is one loop maker. Let's say I got a co-producer and a loop maker, right? And we get a placement and we end up charging the label $10,000. Let me tell y'all how that's gonna break up, how it's not cool. You're gonna get a loop nigga $3,000, 33. You're gonna get a co-producer 33333, and you're getting 33333, right? Now you gotta pay the lawyer $1,000, $1,500 to do the paperwork, and everybody gotta have their own lawyer. So now everybody's losing $1,500 from that 33333 they just got. Now you getting $1,800 when if you would have just did the beat by yourself, you would have got 10 bands. You see what I'm saying? And once you start getting a lot of placements, that shit adds up. Instead of 100,000 after getting 10, 20 placements or whatever, you will only be having like 30K, 25K, because you done split up your money so many different ways for no reason when you could have just practiced your melodies. That's why I teach a piano class in my free community. If you guys want to join the free community, click the link below to teach you guys how to make your own melodies. Because yeah, it's fun making beats on other people's loops. It ain't fun splitting your money up all these ways, because now in order to make the money that you would have made off that one placement, now you got to get 3 placements. And we know how that's going to take time and effort and energy. Like, bro, learn how to make melodies. Stop relying so heavily on loops. You have the time. There is no rush. If you just take your time and work on your melodies every time when you're making the beat, eventually you're going to get way better, especially if you have someone like me who has 30, 40 plaques showing you how to do those things. All right, let's get into the 5th thing that I think you guys need to do in order to improve your beats in 2025. This one kind of piggybacks off of the last tip that I gave you guys, but it's bad sound selection. And to be honest, I've heard thousands and thousands of beats, and the people that have bad sound selection, There's only one way to improve it. First of all, a lot of them, 90% of them don't know that they have terrible sound selection. They don't know but the difference between a good synth and a trash synth and a corny synth. They don't know when the sounds are corny. They don't know when this piano sounds too stock and too corny, how to sauce things up. They don't even know that they need to do that. So to be completely honest, the only way that I've seen people get better at sound selection, including myself, is to surround myself with people with great sound selection. That's the only way to get better. It doesn't come naturally to anybody. After a while, you get the hang of it, but to speed that process up, you need to start cooking up and collaborating with producers that have great sound selection, such as the producers and my students that are in the VIP community down below. They're getting placements in 2025. They're getting plaques in 2025. All you need to do is surround yourself with those type of people, people that are really getting paid from their beats, people that are really getting placements, and you will unconsciously start picking up, this is a corny ass sound. This sound ain't hitting. Yeah, this is it. Let me add this onto this sound, make it smooth and make it wavy. Like you will unconsciously pick it up. It's just about getting in that circle so that you have those people to pull from so that you can be learning from them. That's the whole thing. If you're making beats in your room all day by yourself, and you're not linking up with other producers that are better than you, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna stay at the same level that you're at now. Worst case, you're gonna stay at that level so long, you're gonna fuck around and quit, which we don't want. Get around winners, stay around winners, learn from winners, start to win. Very simple math. All right, I got a bonus tip for y'all. Bonus tip on how to make your beats better in 2025. And this tip kind of piggybacks off the last one. Collaborating with better producers than you as much as you can is going to make you way better, way faster. Not only is it going to make you way better and way faster, you're going to be networking with people, which is another tip. That's not how to make your beats better, but that's how to get your beats sold and get your beats into the hands of people that can change your life. Networking. But you need to be collaborating with as many better producers than you as possible, because with every collab, you're going to learn something. And then you're going to have so many tools in your bag to pull out for any situation because you learned so much. All your beats are going to improve in quality. You're going to learn a lot from each of those producers. If you learn a new thing from 25 different producers that are better than you and you've collabed with them, not only have you made 25 new connections and you have access to their connections now because you're working with them. So you infinitely just increased all your connections, infinitely increased the amount of beats that you have, and you learn 25 new things, bro. So imagine learning 25 new things that you can add to your beat, bro. Like your beats are just gonna sound insane so fast, bro. If I was you and I was starting just now making beats, I wouldn't even be on YouTube right now. I would be networking in the community that I have, bro, because you're gonna be able to increase your reach, meet a whole bunch of new people. The crazy thing in my community, the dope part, we have a map. It's called like a member map. So once you click the link and you go click on the map, you can see the producers that are in the community that are in your city, and you can start linking up with them in person. We have over 5,000 producers in the community as of today. So 99% of the chance, there's a lot of producers right in your city that you could be connecting with right now. Click the link down in the description, join the community. But if you want all my kits, my melodies, midis, all access to all my classes and things of that nature, the live calls that we do with big producers, networking with A&Rs, label executives, you need to join the VIP community. If you take this serious and you really want to start getting some traction, join the VIP community. Click the VIP link. If you're just a producer that's a hobbyist and you're just having fun and you want to work with other producers and learn some things on the way, join the free community. Both of them are down below. And everybody who's watching this video, I'm going to give you guys a copy of my book. Just comment the word book in the comments and I'm going to send it to you ASAP. See you guys in the next video. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe, and go check out some of my other content. I know you'll get a lot of value out of it. See you guys later.